The rise in melanomas is increasing at epidemic proportions. We are only beginning to see the effect of years of believing that the sun-baked look was healthy. As the population ages, we're learning how wrong that was. Studies show that the sun's most harmful rays are between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Right, so what do they expect? We should live inside and not come out after dark? As if that's gonna happen. If you ask me, it's all a money grab. Create the scare, and then set up ways for the corporations to move product. They can put their product where the sun don't shine.
There is increasing evidence of causal links between diet and the rise of certain types of cancer.
There's causal links between all this health propaganda and all these medical companies, too.
Multinational corporations.
They're trying to make money off of people's fear.
Health stores, health products, health studios, health gyms.
What is it they say? Health is where the heart is? Health is where the money is.
Right. And I mean, these people who shop in the health food stores, they're no picture of health.
In light of the living dead.
And you know why they look like that? It's because they're trying to make sense of all the claims the manufacturers make about the stuff they're trying to buy.
To stay healthy.
It's a joke.
Fresh fruits and vegetables provide most of the essentials required for a healthy diet and will help prevent disease, including some cancers.
Well, that seems to make sense. But now what do we find out? That so many of the things we think are healthy have actually been nourished with questionable things to make them bigger or more colorful. And so-called fresh food stays fresh not because we keep it natural, but because we add whatever it takes to make it more natural. So you tell me, who do we trust?
Many people think of cancer as an old person's disease. The body wears out, and this is one of the things that happens. But in many cases, it isn't something that has to happen. It's a bit like throwing debris into a river and adjoining streams for years, and then blaming last night's flood on a heavy rainstorm. Old car bodies and refrigerators and tree stumps have blocked off the natural runoffs while the water levels continue to rise. You tell me what caused the problem. The things that were seen but ignored a long time ago, or last night's downpour.
So what you're telling me is that we can control how high our water will rise. Well, as I see it, life happens. So does accidents, so does disease. If you want to get all paranoid about it, that's your choice, but it's not mine. Bad break, but bad breaks happen. You take your chances in the gene pool, and every so often someone drowns in the deep end.
If we are going to have any impact of turning the tide on a disease like cancer, we have to understand that unless we change risk behaviors, we will pay the price. What is invested now is paid out later. How do we get people to believe that we aren't crying wolf about this? A lot of cancers are preventable, but they're only preventable if we change risk behaviors now. The way it is, it's almost as if people are waiting for some surgical solution when they get older. It makes no sense. Those who are lucky find their cancer early before any significant damage is done, but isn't it better to avoid a lot of that? Even if surgery works, it comes at a high price, physically and emotionally. Too many people would rather treat than prevent because they live in this bubble that bad things don't happen to them. If there were only a way to fast forward so people could see the implications of the decisions they're making right now.
So enough already. How many times did you have to tell me? It's gonna kill me. I know. I've heard all the stories, all the warnings. But get real. Do you really think it's gonna make any difference? Besides, it's not as if the people trying to convince us have a winning track record. You ever hear about debt, devastation, taxes? And why is it that we're supposed to be concerned about the consequences when they never were?
The bottom line is that we aren't trying to scare you. You either believe this or you don't. You take action for your own life or you don't. This isn't scare, it's fact. But be clear, it's not about what you know, it's about what you do with what you know. Cancer doesn't check in to see how informed you are. It just goes ahead and makes deposits in your body with or without your permission. It doesn't argue about the wisdom of your lifestyle choices and whether you think you're at risk or not. It doesn't conduct a poll to get your friends' opinions on what they're going to do. It just does its thing. How welcome you make it is up to you. Think about it.